Okay, good. But remember that you need to speak. Writing it's okay, but at the same time you need to speak in order to practice. So okay. Hmm. Let's wait 2 more minutes and then we are going to start calling out your names in order to check the assistance of today's class. Okay. So, do you have any questions related to the topics we've seen? So, do you have any question? Okay. Hmm. Okay, then it's time to start calling out your names. So please remember you need to say here or present because in order to register your assistance. So, Kevin, then we have Erika,
Present.
mm, Andy,
Present, teacher.
mm,
Present.
okay, thank you, and Sandra,
Present.
Alejandra,
Present.
okay, thank you, Anais,
Present.
Daniela, Chiri,
Present, teacher.
okay, thank you, mm, Claudette, that's okay, thank you, um, Alicia,
Present.
mm, Diana, is Diana in here? Okay, Kayla, Dulce María, Alma,
Present.
Arturo,
Here.
mm, Rubí,
Here.
mm, okay, Victor Hugo is, well, this is going to be a justification. Miriam, okay. Um, Diane, Monica,
Present.
mm, Jessica. Is Jessica in here?
Here.
No. Okay. Denise,
Present, teacher.
Giovanni,
Present.
Victor, Victor Manuel is in here. Okay. Laura
Present.
and Iris. Is Iris in here? Okay. So, thank you. What we're going to do now is to add, well, in this case, you suppose that we need or we made a review of the tenses, but I need you to ask something in order to continue the classes. The related to the simple present, do you use the simple present? Do you have any question? Okay, so I'm gonna take your silence as that you're not with any question, or do you have any?
No, teacher.
Okay, so you already know how to use the simple present, right? Good. Well, today's class, and we're going to continue with a new and different topic, which will be the relative pronouns. Do you know them? Do you know what is a relative pronoun? Guys, do you know it? Okay. So again, I'm going to share the screen with you, and then I'm going to just start the explanation of the topic, and then you're going to just write down some exercises in order to practice. If you have any question, please let me know. And if you have like any problem without or that is related to the presentation, in the case you can watch it, please tell me in order for me to correct the error or the problem that it's presented, okay? But remember, please, it doesn't matter if you just interrupt the explanation, just stick, because sometimes you write on the chat, but if you do it, I'm sharing the screen, I can see your messages, okay? Are you ready? Okay, so let's start with this.
Teacher,
Tell me.
can you repeat, please?
Okay, I'm gonna share the screen just in order for you to see the or to watch the presentation. And in this case, if you have like any problem, like remember when I shared the presentation with you that it started like or you weren't able to see the presentation, please tell me like, in a spoken way, please, like, hey teacher, I can see or I can watch the presentation because it's like the screen is in black or something like that, okay? But please, as I tell you, I need you to tell me, because if you write on the chat, I mean, when I'm not sharing the screen, I can see what you're writing or what you're just doing. But once I just share the screen with you, I can see your messages. So it's important for me to know if there is something that you can see, for example, the presentation or something like that. So, okay. Mm, okay, what is going on in here? Okay, let me check what is going on in here. Hmm. Okay, because I'm having some problems in order to share it with you. The presentation. Guys, can you see it?
No, teacher.
Okay, let me check what is going on in here. Okay. What about now? Can you? Can you do it?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay. So let's make it in here. Well, in this case, we're going to present it that way. Okay. So you all see, or do you all watch it? Okay. In this case, we're going to start with relative pronouns. So what is a relative pronoun? A relative pronoun is a word that is used to connect a clause or a phrase to a noun or a pronoun. And it says in here, the clause modifies and describes the noun, okay? So we have different relative pronouns, but the most used are who, which, and that, okay? Who is used for people, which is used for things, and that is used for people and things. So, example, let's see the example in here. We have to, if you have, well, in this case, you're going to watch two sentences. I know a man, and then we are going to say the man makes shoes. So we have two different or two complete sentences, okay? I know a man, and then it says the man makes shoes. So what a relative pronoun does is help us to link those two sentences in just one, and at the same time help us to avoid repetition. Okay, for example, the first or the example we have in here, I know a man, the man makes shoes. So if we take into account these two sentences, we can create just one by telling I know a man who makes shoes. If you notice, what is the part that it says shoes, because we are replacing the first part of the sentence of the subjects of the second sentence, the man, with the relative pronoun who. Is it clear? Then, okay, I'm going to explain the second example. I have a computer. If we see it or if we study it into different sentences, we're going to say, I have a computer. And we can also say, the computer is not working. So the word that is it's been repeated in here is computer. But as I told you, in order to link those two sentences into about repetition of the subject or the noun or pronoun in the sentence, we're going to say in here, I have a computer which is not working. And then we're going to avoid to repeat the word computer, okay? And then that, as I told you, is used for people and things. Then we're going to say, for example, she is the woman that lives next to me. I have a car that is very old. And as you see in here, we're going to have sentences with person, or well, with people or a person in this case, or we're going to have sentences using nouns, and that is going to be used for both of them. But for example, in the first one, who is only used for people, and which is only used for things. Is it clear, guys? Guys, is it clear? Did you get the point? Do you need me to explain you again something of the? Remember, I need you to participate in order for you to get the, the whole grade at the end of the first evaluation, because remember that participation in the use of the language in the class or during the class has some validity, and also you're going to earn some points by using the language. So, do you have any questions so far?
Teacher,
Tell me.
I don't understand um, who used which in the phrase. Can you repeat, please, in Spanish?
Okay, do you want me to use Spanish?
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. So remember that this is an English class, so the point in here is to use English. But in this case, I'm going to explain you just in order for you to
Only, only
get
which,
a clear
only which,
idea.
please.
Okay, so I'm going to start doing it. Los pronombres relativos son palabras que nos van a ayudar a unir dos oraciones completas, por decirlo así. Y esas partes nos van a ayudar al mismo tiempo a evitar repetición entre el pronombre o el sustantivo que estamos usando en la oración. Vamos a tener tres que son importantes. Who, as is described as quién. Which, cuál, el cual. That, qué. Entonces, cuando usamos cualquiera de esos tres, vamos a evitar la repetición del sustantivo o el pronombre de las oraciones. Who lo vamos a usar solamente con personas. Which lo vamos a usar solamente con cosas. Y that, por decirlo así, es un comodín porque lo podemos usar tanto con cosas como personas. Y si vemos la primera oración, I know a man. And then the second one, the man makes shoes. ¿Ok? Entonces en esa parte tenemos repetición de un sustantivo. Sería hombre. I know a man, the man makes shoes. So we're repeating in here, man. Estamos repitiendo, hombre. So what we're going to do in here is that when we use a relative pronoun, cuando usamos un pronombre relativo, we're going to link or to turn those two sentences in just one. Vamos a conectar esas dos oraciones para que se vuelvan solo una y al mismo tiempo vamos a evitar la repetición de el pronombre o el sustantivo. Entonces vamos a tomar la primera parte. I know a man. And then in order to avoid repetition, para evitar la repetición, we're going to skip the word in here, man. Okay? But if we just leave it in that way, it's not going to make sense because we need to say, I know a man makes shoes. O sea, si quitáramos la segunda parte de man, sería como I know a man makes shoes. Entonces ahí la oración es un poquito de cierta estructura. Entonces, para que eso no pase, agregamos el pronombre relativo who. I know a man who makes shoes. Si lo traducimos como tal, va a ser como conozco a un hombre quien hace o que hace zapatos. Okay? The same is going to happen with which, in that I have a computer. Tengo una computadora. And if we separate the sentence, we need to say, I have a computer first. The second should be, tenemos primero, tengo computadora, y la segunda sería, la computadora no funciona. It is not working. And again, in order to avoid the repetition of the word computer, para evitar la repetición de la palabra computadora, we're going to say, I have a computer which is not working. Tengo una computadora que está trabajando, que no está funcionando como tal. ¿Ok? Y entonces, which cumple el parámetro de que lo usamos para cosas. And then we go with that. Vamos con that. She is the woman. That's the first part. And then we need to say, the woman lives next to me. Ella es la mujer. Then we say, the woman lives next to me. La mujer vive junto a mí. In order to avoid repetition again, she is the woman that lives next to me. And then we have, I have a car that it's very old. And again, we need to say, for example, if we say it into separate sentences, we need to say, I have a car, and then that's the first part. And then the second is be, the car is very old. But again, as we are avoiding repetition in here, we need to use that, and we're going to say, I have a car that it's very old. Y otra vez, como evitando la repetición de los pronombres o los sustantivos, necesitamos usar that. I have a car, tengo un carro, that is very old, es muy viejo. Okay, and in that case we're going to use who, which, and that. Who is for people, which is for things, and that is used for people and things. Is it clear so far?
Teacher,
Tell me.
for example, in which is I have a cat which is not cute.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Exactly. So whenever you want to use animals or things, you're going to use which, or you can also use that. That is like I told you, it's like the key in order to use for both of them. Entonces, como les decía, podemos usar which solamente con cosas o animales, y también de cierto modo tenemos el comodín that, que es como el que podemos usar con los dos. O sea, si de repente se nos llega a olvidar como cuál se usa con cuál, that es como la solución, porque se lo podemos usar tanto con personas así como con cosas o animales. ¿Ok? Is it clear? Guys, is it clear? Yes or not? Remember, I need you to tell me. And if you don't say nothing, I'm going to just think that you just get the whole structure and the whole explanation as it should be, and maybe you're not. Is it all clear? And remember, I can see your messages and the notifications of them, and doesn't appear in here because I'm sharing the screen. So I need you to speak. Is it clear? Okay, then, as is it clear, I need you to write down two examples with your own ideas of each one. So you're going to use two examples with who, two examples with which, and two examples with that. And at the end, or when you finish, just in order to revalidate your assistance in here, please, well, you're going to repeat your examples. So if you don't have any question, please go ahead. And meanwhile, you just go with the activity. I'm going to just recall out names of the persons that are missing in here, just in order to see if you just are like hardy or something like that, okay? Daniela, is Daniela in here? Diana, is Diana in here? Okay. Diana Cuaya. Guevara Cuaya, Diana is in here?
Here, teacher.
Okay.
Uh,
So you were hardy.
¿Cómo, teacher?
Oh, because when I call out the attendance, she didn't answer, so I'm going to register that you're tardy for this class. Like, it's not going to be the absence, but I need to clarify that you're tardy in here. Okay. Okay, so Diana, it's tardy. Okay. Then Kayla. Is Kayla in here? Okay, no. Dulce? No. Dianetti? Okay. And Victor Manuel? Okay. So, uh, have you finished? Guys, have you finished? Please remember I need you to talk. Have you finished? Is there any question you have? Okay. Then, as you don't have questions, please, I need you to just tell me when you have finished the activity, just in order to corroborate that you're just doing what you need to do. Okay? Guys, can you listen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. Thank you. How's it going? Have you finished?
No, teacher.
Teacher,
Okay,
I
tell
have a
me,
question. Do we uh,
tell me.
is do we have to do exercise?
Yes, so you have to write down two
Oh,
examples of each relative pronoun I show you, who, which, and that. But in this case, you need to use your own
oh,
ideas.
is only one
Okay,
for three?
two,
Two?
two per each
Okay,
one. So in this
thank.
case, should be like 6 sentences. You're going to use two with who, two with which, and two with that.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome. So, I was also thinking in a special activity that you're going to do in order to just gain some practices when you're going to evaluate or when you're going to be evaluated. Um, so, as you are just in your major that is related with tourism, what you need to do is to design a brochure. The brochure should be about anything you want to do, and well, in this case, you need to design it in English. So you can, for example, like make some promotions, or you can promote a hotel or a touristic destination or whatever you want to do that is related with tourism, but you need to do it in English. Okay? So do you have any questions so far? How's it going? Have you finished? Guys, have you finished? Okay, who has finished then?
Teacher,
Tell me.
uh, I have can my sentence when I can speak my
Can
sentence.
I? Can I?
Uh, can I?
Can I? Can I
Bueno,
say? Can I
bueno, yo
say
puedo
my
decir mis
sentence? Can
oraciones.
I say my sentences? Or can I
Entonces,
tell you my sentences? Oh, the question should be, can I
sentences.
tell
Bueno,
you
puedo
my
decir mis
sen?
oraciones.
Okay, can I tell you my sentences? Remember to practice your English. Okay, go ahead,
Yes.
please.
um, I have a sister who is taller than me,
Taller than me. Yes, taller.
and I
Mm-hmm.
taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
I know a man who plays
Mm-hmm.
soccer in the afternoon.
Excellent.
I
Good.
have a blues. I have a blues which is pink. I
Mm-hmm.
have shoes which are new. No.
New.
She is dog new. I have shoes which are new. She
Mm-hmm.
is dog that beat the ball. Um,
Can you repeat
eh,
the previous one?
yeah.
She's what?
Faltó eso. Falta una, profe.
Okay.
Pero podría ser. mm, no, no sé. Bueno, podría ser. He is mm, man that that is mm, fat.
That is what? He
Sí,
is
podría ser así.
he, he is a man.
He's man. He's a man that is fat.
He is a man. Remember. So we need to be careful with pronunciation sometimes because, for example, if we say man, we talk about just one. We say
Mm,
men, we're talking about two or more. So the singular of that word, hombre, you say man. And if you say men, you say like men, you need to say hombres, okay?
um,
Or you're saying hombres. So that's why you need to be careful. He in the sentence should be he is a man. He is a man who is fat, right?
Yes.
Yes. In that
Okay.
case, that's the correct part. He is a man who is or that is fat.
Okay.
But in this case, remember, if you say men,
Um,
you're talking about
um,
two or more. That's the plural of the word. The same thing is going to happen when you say woman and women. When you say woman, you're talking about just one,
okay.
Wonder Woman, for example. Wonder Woman, La Mujer Maravilla. But if, for example, you pronounce it as Wonder Women, it's actually the same writing, the same like element or the same ending in the writing. If you say women, we're going to talk about two or more people, okay? So that's why we need to, that's why, well, in this case, that's why it's important for you to practice, because if you don't practice, maybe you can notice some differences, and at the same time, you just get nervous when you speak, right? Remember, guys, the important thing in here is not like how good I'm telling something, okay? If you are just good doing something or repeating something or expressing something, it's okay. But remember, we're learning. And how do we learn? We learn through mistakes. So we need to commit some mistakes in order to correct them and to have a significant experience of learning, okay? So in this case, don't be afraid of speaking. That's why I'm just trying to say like, okay, you need to speak because I need you to be able to communicate in the language. And if you have like, for example, some doubts, some mistakes, that's the perfect time and place to correct them. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, for example, when I try to speak English a little faster than I usually do, I also commit some mistakes, but at the same time, I just change the accent. So I mix the accents I have, for example, when I speak Portuguese or when I speak English. When I try to do it, it sounds like I'm speaking Portuguese, but that's something that it's like good to happen. Like for example, it's like rare to happen, but it's good to happen. In this case, as I told you, it's always good to practice. It doesn't matter if we commit mistakes, because through mistakes we're going to learn, and then that's why we need to do. We need to learn, or we want to learn. That's why we are taking classes. If you and I understand that part. If we all, or well, in this case, if you all uh, knew real English, you didn't need or you wouldn't need the classes in this part. So don't worry if you have mistakes. Don't be ashamed of committing mistakes in the class. Anyone is perfect, so we're here to learn, okay? When you have any question or doubt about how to pronounce something or how to express something, you can ask, hey teacher, how do you say this? But try to use your English. Hey teacher, how can I say como elotes todo el día? Hey teacher, how can I say this? Or what does it mean? ¿Qué significa tal cosa? Okay? So we're like learning, and that's the process of learning. Just in order to learn, we need to ask, we need to try, and we need to get a significant learning. So, and in this case, as we're talking about languages, we need theory. At the same time, it's more important to practice, because maybe we are good at theory, that is something that happens. Some of you are very good at grammar, for example. When we evaluate grammar, you're very good and your exams are okay. But then when you speak, you have like some mistakes. It's not because you don't know how to use something, it's because you don't uh, dare yourself to speak. So my suggestion for you is to, if it doesn't matter if you commit mistakes, uh, just try to speak and just do it. Because if we just practice, we're going to correct those mistakes we sometimes have when we speak a language. Okay? So who else has finished? Guys,
Teacher,
tell me
I want to say the
sentences. Good.
sentences.
Exactly. Good. Go
um,
ahead.
I know the man who loves dogs.
Who
They
love?
know
Yes.
who. Uh-huh. They know the boys who sings on X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
I have a dress which is very pretty.
Pretty.
You,
Yes.
you have a dog which is black.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he is the man that sings in my house,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a cat that is very and is great. Is oh sorry,
Don't worry.
I have a
That is
cat that is blue.
excellent. Good. Well done. Well job. Well done. Good job. Okay. So who's next?
Ay,
Profe, ¿le puedo?
teacher. Oh, bueno, si quieres tú, Anaís.
No, quien sea primero, no sé.
Bueno, pues
Okay.
dilas tú.
So you decide.
Rápido, yo rápido. A ver si también, profe, no sé. A ver,
Okay.
la primera sería The Girl Who Was Dancing and the Party is My Sister.
Mm-hmm.
The
Excellent.
boy who is talking to my mom is my boyfriend.
Yes.
Uh, the cakes which she bought are from Spain.
Mm-hmm.
My mom bought dishes which nor ugly. No, are ugly.
Mm-hmm.
See? Um,
Mm-hmm.
who who took the cakes that were on the table?
Mm-hmm.
The animals that live in your house are very... Es que ahí busqué nobles, pero no sé cómo se... me aparecía como noble, pero no sé.
Novel. Novel.
Así
It's
es
going to
noble.
be pronounced as novel.
Noble. Listo.
Yes. Okay, good. So, in order for you to improve your pronunciation, we have some verbs in here. And the verbs you use. Talk. You say the boy who talks with my mom.
Um,
Something like that. What's your sentence? The boy who, or the man who talks.
lo de my mom bought
No.
dishes.
Well, in this case, you have another one. The boy who talks with my mother is my boyfriend. Something like that.
Uh, the boy who is talking.
Ah, who
My
is
mom.
talking? In this case, remember in that verb, the L doesn't sound. Okay, well, we need to write it because it's the part of the verb, it's the part of the grammar or the spelling, but it doesn't sound when we speak. So it should be like talk. The boy who is talking in this case should like talking. The L doesn't sound, and the both it should be like both. The G doesn't sound. Okay. So in this case, we have two letters that don't sound in the words we when we practice or when we pronounce it. It's bought. My mother bought. That is
My
bought.
my mother bought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the other is talking. It's like walk. Cuando también dicen caminar en inglés, se escribe walking, pero no se pronuncia el L, entonces dice walking o walk.
Walk. Entonces sería the boy who is talk.
The boy who is talking.
Is talking.
Mm-hmm.
¿Sí? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so who's next? Who's next, girls? The
Es
two
que
of
nada
you
más
like
hice una.
trying to say it at the same time and then... Okay,
Bueno, o
say it.
sea, una de cada una. Mm,
Okay, don't worry, do
I
it.
have a pencil case that is new. My
Mm-hmm.
brother is baker who decorate cakes. I buy a,
My brother is a baker. In this case, my brother is a baker,
my brother is a
or my
baker.
brother is the baker. Mm-hmm. Who decorates cakes. Good. The
Uh,
following is,
and I buy a pencil which is broken.
in this case, again, the verb comprar in English, we write it like B-U-Y, right?
Okay.
But it's pronounced as buy.
Buy.
When you say, like, for example, yes. So we have three different words, like or the words that are similar is buy when you say adios, buy.
Okay.
When you say comprar, you also need to say buy. And for example, when you say por, like for example, the book was written by my sister. Cuando dicen por, que es la B y Y, también se pronuncia by. So these three words are going to be like equal, by.
Okay, teacher. Bye.
Okay.
Thank
Someone
you.
else? You're welcome. Someone else? ¿Alguien
Yo,
más?
teacher.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Son dos de cada uno, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Okay. I know a family who makes wonder doors. Doors.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who eats a lot is fat. I have
Mm-hmm.
several things which you not leather worker working. The
I
candies
have several things
which no
which
longer work.
which are not longer working.
Okay. Which
Mm-hmm.
are not longer working.
Working, yes.
The candies that I like with the takeout picafresas.
Mm-hmm.
I have I have a cell phone that does does not work.
That does not does.
Does
It
not
is
work.
pronounced as does. Yes, does not work or doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
We can also yes, we can also well, if we say it in a full form, we need to say that does not work, or we can say that doesn't work. Okay, if we use the contraction.
Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you.
She falta uno.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
She's that girl I love so much. I love me so much.
She is the girl that loves
She
me.
is that girl I love me so much.
But in this case, if you say I love me, it's kind of like I love myself. She's the girl that loves me so much. She is the girl that loves me so much. Ella es la
Ah,
chica que me ama mucho.
love me.
Yes, it should
Okay,
be.
sí, sí, sí. Lleva
She's
ese.
the girl that loves me.
So much.
Mm-hmm. Already correct?
Sí, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, good. You're welcome.
¿Yo puedo decirlas?
Okay, go ahead, please.
Bueno, yo puse my mom is the one who makes food at home. My mom is the one who always loves me. I have a
Mm-hmm.
toaster at home which doesn't work. I have a
Mm-hmm.
phone which broke down yesterday. I always buy
Mm-hmm.
in that supermarket because it is closer to home. I have a dog around my
Mm-hmm.
house that will always visit me in the afternoon.
Okay. Okay. Someone else?
Yup.
Okay, go ahead,
Uh,
please.
I know a person who makes memelas. Now
Mm-hmm.
a person who makes good dresses.
Excellent.
And no, no, no. Uh, I have a question which is not important. I have a notebook
Mm-hmm.
which is broken. Y,
Mm-hmm.
um, I have
Sí,
that.
porque el segundo está muy feo también, el de la vieja. La otra
mm,
igual.
Okay. So continue, please.
he has a um, he has a car that does not work.
Mm-hmm. Or we can say also doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Finish.
Excellent. Good. Okay. The time is over, guys, but please, for the rest, for the ones that are missing in this part, just in order for me to check that you were working in this place, send me the photographs or your sentences to the email, the institutional email, please. And I'm going to explain you the parameters of the brochure I want you to design or I want you to make. What are going to be the parameters I'm going to evaluate? And at the same time, I'm going to just explain the delivery or the deadline of it in order for you to start working with that part, okay? And well, mm, in this case, the explanation I will send it to you in the WhatsApp group. So thank you for your attention and your participation during the class. And if you have any question, well, just in order for you to check, well, I need you to send me the homework or the work that you're doing in here. That's like kind of your homework. Your homework is only to take a photograph or rewrite it in a Word document and send it to me, the institutional email, just in order to check that you were working during the class. And at the same time, I'm going to just explain the parameters of the brochure I want you. But in this case, the explanation is going to be in an audio in the WhatsApp group we have, okay? Do you have any questions so far?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, so uh, then see you on Friday. Have an excellent week and take care, okay? See you soon.
Thank you. See you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye, teacher.